Hi, this is Sarah. She is 30 years old. This is her story. This is Sarah's world. Like you and me, Sarah lives life to the fullest. Like most women, Sarah worries about things like putting on weight, aging, being late for work, and not spending enough time with her family and friends. But there was something very important that Sarah forgot. She forgot to protect herself against disease X. All women are at risk of disease X, including Sarah. Most sexually active women will acquire the infection that can cause disease X at some time in their lives. Disease X is the third most common cancer among Malaysian women. Worldwide, 1 woman dies of disease X every 2 minutes. Sadly, 92% of women are not protected against disease X, and Sarah was one of them. Sarah was unfortunately diagnosed with disease X. It is cervical cancer. When Sarah developed cervical cancer, it meant that cells in her cervix were having abnormal growth. Cervical cancer is caused almost exclusively by a virus called the human papillomavirus or HPV. HPV infects the cervix and may cause cervical cells to undergo precancerous changes. In Sarah's case, the HPV infection persisted in her body and developed into cervical cancer. When Sarah was diagnosed with cervical cancer, aside from her health, she was also affected emotionally, socially, and economically. Sarah's life took a dramatic turn, and it was never the same again. So who is at risk of getting cervical cancer? Sarah isn't the only one. All women are at risk of getting cervical cancer. However, some women are at higher risk than others. Factors that increase our risk of cervical cancer include a weakened immune system, giving birth at a young age, cigarette smoking, and numbers of sexual partners. But remember, ladies, like Sarah, all of us are at risk of cervical cancer. Luckily, cervical cancer is one of the few cancers that can be prevented. Now, let's take a look back at Sarah's life, back to when she first heard about cervical cancer. Now Sarah has made a choice and has decided to take action for her health, to protect herself so she does not get cervical cancer. Sarah went for regular Pap tests and protected herself against cervical cancer via vaccination. The vaccine protects Sarah from being infected by the HPV types that are most commonly associated with cervical cancer. And now, Sarah is protected. The cervical cancer vaccine is suitable for girls and women who are between the ages of 9 and 45. Take a positive step towards your health. It's time you ask your doctor these questions. Find out your risk of cervical cancer and how you can protect yourself. Stop making excuses. Make an appointment to see your doctor. Don't delay. Protect yourself from cervical cancer today.